Okay, it's 2:05 and we are ready to get rolling with the wonderful world of retail for the O&M Care and Treatments. I'm Rebecca Gregory, Vice President of Education for Simply Organic Beauty, and we are the exclusive distributor for beauty, hair, and healthier products for the beauty world. I have Wayne Lewis here, the Education Brand Director for Original and Mineral, and one of the original founders. So he's going to share everything he knows about the care and treatments today. And so here you go. Welcome, Wayne.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all well. I am actually in sunny Florida as we speak, and it is quite amazing weather. Happy that you all could join me, and also happy that we're all starting to open again, because it's actually, as hairdressers, it's actually a nice thing to be around people. That's one of the things I missed the most. And something that I think that we all crave as hairdressers. It's part of our DNA and part of our nature that we actually are with people. Today, what I'm going to touch on and go through is all of sort of like our wet range that we would use at Basin that we're actually able to retail to clients as well. One of the keys that I always like to talk about, first of all, is a lot of people, when they talk about the brand and think about the brand, a lot of people see O&M as being sort of like a clean brand, which we definitely are. We always use the words clean and free from. One thing I always like to really avoid it and steer clear of is all natural and organic, because ultimately we do contain organic and we do contain natural ingredients. But one of the key things I want us all to go through today is know that the things that we contain are clean, free from, and we do look at taking out things that aren't necessarily needed in a lot of shampoos and conditioners, but we would never use the words 100% organic or 100% natural. So please note that when you talk to clients about the products that we're using, use the words free from, use the words, clean, but don't use the word 100% organic or 100% natural. Ultimately, we've really thought about what we use in our products and what we put into every bottle of shampoo, conditioner, treatment. We've challenged what a lot of conventional hair companies have said, and thought about making the products, that work not only beautifully for us as hairdressers, but also for our clients at home. Originally, our products were developed because we were selling a lot of our products into health food stores and stores where they used a lot of less chemicals and things like that. And what we were looking at is shampoos and conditioners that you use on children. So if we're using it on our kids, why would we not be wanting to use the same sort of products on ourselves that work? So that was the thought behind our process. The thought was always use products that can be used on the whole family, not just, oh, I'm just going to use it for me, not my kids, or I'm going to use cleaner products for my kids and it's okay because I'm an adult. So our thought has always been to use the cleanest possible products and use them in a way that sort of like the whole family can use. So use your head is our motto. So what we talk about there is just think about everything that you use and think about what you're using and why you're using it and how you're actually using it. And ultimately, bridging the gap between natural and luxury is, we want something to look beautiful, smell beautiful, and be beautiful, but it also has to work. It doesn't matter how sort of like natural it is. A lot of people won't even touch it if it doesn't smell nice, if it doesn't actually do the job. So it's important that we get all of those things together, and that's what O&M is all about. It's all about sort of like form and functionality as well. There is Josie, one of my co-founders through there. Ultimately, when we started our brand, it all started as a color company. So we were color to begin with, then we moved into retail range from there. Ultimately replacing sort of like a lot of the things that were in traditional products. But now what you're finding is that everybody is going 100%, paraben sulfate free. It's something that we really did from day one, because that was what we saw as the market wanting. And also as a hairdresser myself, that was what I felt that we needed to be offering to clients as well. I think it's super important that we look after our health, but also look after our clients' health. And one of the other things that we like to do at O&M is also look after sort of like community and environment. Some of the things we take out really don't have a big impact sort of like on whether they're in or out of a product for a client, but they do when they're actually shampooed down the sink. So if we can remove those as well, it's super, super important. And Peter approved. So we make sure that animal testing and all that is not part of our makeup of us as a brand. It's super, super important for us that if we're going to test on anybody, it's going to be ourselves. It's going to be on humans. It's going to be on people. If it's not safe for people to test or to be used on them, why would we want to use it onto animals or anything like that? We really have to like think about what we're doing as humans, I believe. So as a company, what we thought about was no animal testing. We don't buy from people that do animal testing either. That's another key from there. So please remember, every time you're buying and you're selling these to clients, that you are using a product which has no animal testing and does not buy from anybody that does any sort of animal testing from there. All of our testing is done, we have our academy in New York, and a lot of our new products, that's where everything gets tested from there. So it's super important to know, look after like the animals, look after ourselves. It's the key. Natural to luxe, which we've spoken about, cruelty-free, and all of our shampoos, conditioners, and treatments are all made in Australia. That is why you see the jumping kangaroo. And if you haven't already noticed, I am from Australia, so that is home. And so ultimately for us, a lot of the ingredients you will find also are sourced from Australia as well. So that's one of the keys to our brand. Please look and follow us. And when you're sort of like using any sort of like social media, always look at our hashtags and our Instagram. Anytime you're putting any work up, please, hashtag Original Mineral, Core Color, Holistic Hair Tribe, and Instagram at Original Mineral, at Simply Organic Official, and Wayne Tech is my personal. So please do those sort of things, because what it does, it keeps us all as part of the family, and it like allows us to see your work, you see what we're doing, and things that are changing or happening from there. Worldwide, there are like we're in lots of different countries throughout the world. So you will find that you're going to see things that are coming from Switzerland and Sweden, Norway. There's lots of amazing sort of like work coming from different places. So please sort of like, tag us and sort of like, always follow different things. And if there's something that sometimes places will get things that are before we get them here in America. So there might be a product. So please note that just because somebody's got it a month before us doesn't mean that it's not coming here. But there's nothing on the horizon well, there are a couple of things, but I'm not going to share those just yet. But I will share them. Don't you worry. Everything we do is 3 steps. The reason we developed the 3-step method was to make it easy for clients to understand. And we have a 3-step styling method, which I'll go through on Monday. But our 3-step method is ultimately what we do with every shampoo, conditioner, treatment, however you want to like position it. But everything we do starts off, number 1, with Detox. So Detox is our shampoo, which is designed to basically cleanse the hair and prepare the hair for the shampoo of choice. So what the Detox does is helps to get rid of sort of like daily buildup off of the hair. Any sort of like dirt or sort of like muck that's around the outside of the hair, it takes that off. So it's almost like it's you cleansing your hair, then you're toning your hair, then you're moisturizing your hair. So the Detox is designed to be 100% color safe. It will not strip color whatsoever out of hair. So please note that. A lot of people think that Detox is going to remove color. It's going to strip the hair. I guarantee you when you try it and you can actually shampoo the hair with Detox and feel the hair, it does not feel dry or gritty or anything like that. It actually feels like just clean hair or cleansed hair, I should say. So Detox is what we start with. Second step we do is cleansing the hair, and that is always with the texture specific cleanser. So that depends on what the hair type is like. That is where we would choose the cleanse part. So whether you've got, so you can use Maintain the Mane, you can go to Hydrate and Conquer, our Conquer Blonde, you can even use Detox again. So depending on what you want to do in step 2, it is all about treating the hair specifically. And the third part we would always go to is moisturize. So ultimately, that's our conditioning sector from there. So it's all about choosing again the correct product for the hair type and what you actually want it to do. So 3 steps: detox, cleanse, moisturize. One of the keys to know is that a lot of our shampoos and conditioners do come in travel sizes, which means I know that's something that we face a lot of times in salons when I say, oh, take the detox shampoo, take another shampoo, and take a conditioner. People go, oh, that's 3 products. You know, they might be put off by that. Easiest way to get around that is if they take a mini detox, so which is our travel size detox, and then a shampoo and a conditioner in our full size. What they can actually do is try the shampoo with and without the detox shampoo. What they will find is that it makes such a difference because it really does prepare the hair for the shampoo of choice. And also their shampoo is going to last twice as long because you've got 2 shampoos there. So that's one of the things. If people are sort of like reluctant to buy 2, it really does work better when you actually do the detox. And in Salon, we always do detox after color because it is 100% color safe, like all of our shampoos. Now we'll go into detox shampoo. Ultimately, it's a cleansing shampoo. It's not a stripping shampoo. So it's designed to remove any sort of like build-up of styling products, build-up of dirt or muck on the hair. It's 100% color safe. How to use. This is the funniest thing that I ever, read. How to actually use shampoo. I'm sure we all know how to use shampoo. One of the keys to detox is you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. So please, when I see people at the basin and they're pumping all this product out, you don't need a lot of shampoo. One pump, work it through. If you need more, go back for more. But I think that one of the things we want to do is note that sort of all the products are quite concentrated. They're not like supermarket products. When you're buying a product from us, what you're doing is buying something that does contain much better ingredients and that will go a lot further. So please, one pump goes a very long way. Work it through, and then if you need to emulsify it more, add a little bit more water, massage it through. Key ingredients through here are peppermint oil, and you will find that that has a really tingling, cleansing effect on the scalp. Cucumber and grapefruit, so ultimately they do have like vitamin C, and they really do help to cleanse the hair. And jojoba oil is actually contained in there as well, which works on making sure that the product is 100% color safe. But what it will also do is make sure the hair doesn't feel stripped or dry. So please, a small amount goes a long way. Something I always want to talk about is the pH of the shampoo, 4.5 to 5.5. Remember, because we do contain natural ingredients, you will always have a little range of pH in the PHP, because ultimately what will happen is there will be differences between natural ingredients. So always know there will be a slight variation in the pH with any of our products like that. Fine Intellect, this is a product that is designed for volume. It is going to be lightweight, almost have no weight to it, and it's designed to give like volume to the hair. You'll find that our Lily Pilly and the Davidson Plum, which are part of our Australian extracts, are super rich in vitamin C and collagen. So they help to add a weightness plump to the hair and volume to the hair. It has a really beautiful smell to it. It's a light shampoo. So this is for people I always find that want a bigger blowout, that wants don't want to weigh the hair down, or that wants something to last a long time. Fine Intellect is amazing like that. Also giving it strength and helping to give more volume is your rice protein and keratin, which is actually from peas. So our keratin in this is actually derived from peas. So it's pea keratin. Something to note with all of our shampoos and conditioners too, please show your clients how to actually open them. One of the things that I find comes and happens quite a lot in Salon is when people actually bring the bottle saying, oh, I had to screw the lid off. If you actually have a look on the top of all of our lids of our shampoos and conditioners, press the top where it says push, and that will actually open the product. And now this is just a little tip that I have. When clients say, oh, it's difficult to get the product out of the container, turn the bottle upside down. It can stand on both sides. It can stand on the lid side, or it can stand on the bottom side, so you can actually get all the product out from there. Fine Intellect conditioner. So something I didn't say is Detox only has a shampoo. There is no conditioner that goes with that. There used to be, but it really wasn't something that people loved. They didn't find that it was sort of like, it wasn't heavy enough, it wasn't light enough. It was a real in between. So it's something that we've actually discontinued. Fine Intellect conditioner though, this is the product that I use a lot on anybody that has hair that is super fine, that people will say, oh, don't use any conditioner on me. This is the conditioner that you can use without using a conditioner. It will help to seal the hair. It will help to sort of like, nourish the hair, but will not weigh it down whatsoever. So this is why, to me, it's a really brilliant product. I tend to always use this mid-lengths to ends on blonde clients because I don't want too much weight through the end, especially if I'm going to do a toner or something like this. I always condition with Fine Intellect, rinse it through, and then apply my toner over the top, because what this I find does is a really brilliant way of evening out my porosity. So in this again is our keratin. We have the Davidson plum, and we have a coconut oil through there, but it's super light. So with coconut oil, you will find that oil-wise, it is not going to weigh the hair down. There are different ways to use like coconut oil, but ultimately you can do it so that it really is super light, and what it will do is help to nourish the hair, but hair will only take so much. So ultimately, it's brilliant. Maintain the Mane. Now, this is what we would call our everyday shampoo, but this is something that has enough moisture to nourish hair, but won't weigh it down. But again, it is going to be heavier than Fine Intellect. So this is a shampoo that I would always suggest to people, if multiple people in the family are going to be using this, Maintain the Mane is the easiest way to go. It's sort of like, it can be used every day. It's not too heavy, not too light. What you'll find in there is the evening primrose oil, the provitamin B5, and then one of the other key things in here is the Banksia. So Banksia is a flower, and what it is super, super rich in is amino acids. So it will help to nourish the hair, strengthen the hair, but it won't weigh the hair down too much. I think for us, one of the key things I always like to talk about is don't overuse the product and don't put too heavy a product in the hair. A lot of our blondes will come to us and be like, oh, I want the heaviest, maskiest, weightiest conditioner that you've got because I want to nourish the hair as much as I can. But hair, a lot of times when you put too much in it, weighs it down. You can't do anything with it. So by using Maintain the Mane, this is going to give you enough nourishment for like blondes especially, without weighing the hair down. So you're still going to be able to blow it out and not have too much residual left in the hair. When we go to our conditioner, again, what you're looking at through the bottom is you're going to see your organic coconut oil, but also the shea butter. So that is also adding that nourishment. So you can see that it is going to be heavier than our Fine Intellect. Always a key to our products, squeeze excess moisture out before you actually apply a conditioner to the hair, because what you will find is the more water that's left in there, the more you're diluting it. So when we're talking about our 3 steps, it's super important. Rinse the product out, squeeze the hair, then reapply. Don't dilute the product too much, because the more sort of like water that is removed, the more you're going to actually get the benefit of these products through the hair. Hydrate and Conquer. This is our biggest selling shampoo and conditioner. Hydrate and Conquer is our most nourishing shampoo. Now, one thing I want to say to this is that everybody seems to always want to go to nourishing shampoos. Clients will always say to us, oh, my hair is so dry, it's damaged and this and that. This is a product which is designed for hair that is coarser. This is hair that really needs to be loved, super nourished hair, not necessarily hair that is over-colored, over-processed or anything like that. If something is like super dry, a lot of times you find that it is finer hair or it's thin. It actually needs like Maintain the Mane more than it needs Hydrate. Hydrate is what I would say is hair that's even better conditioned, that is coarser, that sort of like ethnic-y sort of hair that really needs a lot of sort of moisture added to it to help to like defrizz it, to smooth it down. So this is going to be our heaviest and our thickest product that we have. It's amazing on hair that has been chemically treated, but not chemically treated and sort of like overly damaged. This is chemically treated hair, which is in good condition, that just feels like it needs a little bit more love. I think that this is the product that I was always put on anybody that's going to want to reduce the frizz, that wants to sort of like settle the hair down. Because what you'll see that's important in this product is the Irish moss extract and the Tasmanian sea kelp. So Tasmanian sea kelp is basically seaweed. So what you're doing is you're putting a lot of moisture back into the hair, which is why you're going to find that it helps to smooth the hair down and settle the hair a lot. We have desert lime and quandong. So again, vitamin C, we're putting sort of like acids, like fruity acids back into the hair. And what we're trying to also do is add a lot of antioxidants into the hair too, which will protect hair color, and help to lock moisture in and stop moisture from getting in to actually cause frizz, and sort of like ultimately almost like a humectant product from there. So this is one of the key products that I would always suggest to for people that are on vacation or this and going to the sea and things like that a lot, because what you're actually going to do is help to nourish it. Maybe you want to use this as your shampoo and use a slightly lighter conditioner if you don't want it to be too heavy. With our Hydrate and Conquer conditioner, this is something that I think is great if you can leave it on for a little bit longer. It does have our signature oil blend, which is natural, which is 100% natural coconut and macadamia oils, which are both certified organic. So this is our signature oil blend, which you will also find in some of our other products. You'll find it in our activators for all of our colors as well. So these are some of the keys that we do keep going through. Tasmanian sea kelp, desert lime again. So what we're doing is we're keeping as much moisture in the hair as you possibly can. So to me, this is sort of like the product. It needs to be on hair that is thicker and coarser hair. If you use it on hair that's too fine, what you will find is that it's just going to be too much. And remember that you can only put so much onto hair to recondition it. What you will find, hair will accept what it can, and the rest just rinses down the basin. So don't use too much. A small amount goes a long way. You can always add more, but I see a lot of times pump, 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 and then all you're doing is at the end when you're starting to blow dry the hair, it's just a lot harder because there is so much more product in there, which is overused. You don't need a lot of product. A little bit will go a very, very long way. Conquer Blonde. Now, I'm not sure if many people have had a play with this. This is one of our newer products. It's probably been about a year now. And this is a silver shampoo. So the key to using this is detox first. You will find the results are so brilliant when you actually use your detox first to get rid of anything out of the hair that's built up in there. And then you're layering this over the top. So you've rinsed your detox out, then you put your Conquer Blonde on. Then you will actually get a much, much better result from this. This is brilliant. The pigment in it is violet, so it is really designed to clean the hair out and take rid of like any yellow, any of that brassiness. Also brilliant on people that have naturally sort of like gray, silver type hair, because it will help to clean all of that out as well. A great product to also use for actually toning with as well. Because there is a lot of pigment in it, you can actually use this as a very light toner at the basin. So if you want to do that quick, cheap tone, if they've got that fraction of yellow that probably doesn't need a tone, but you would just like to clean it out a little bit, your Conquer Blonde shampoo is brilliant for doing that. It will remove just a little bit of that yellow and help to sort of like keep the hair fresh and cleansed. One thing I like to talk about when you're actually using this as well is that for hair that's been freshly colored, I always suggest using this and mixing it with your regular shampoo, almost diluting it, because it can be quite strong. So at the beginning of a color, they might want to dilute it. And as it gets towards the end, when they're close to coming back to visit, that's when they might want to use it just straight on its own, because it does have like a toning property to it. So the longer you leave it on, the more depositive color you're actually going to get on the hair. So a key is if you use it mixed with your regular shampoo, it will help to dilute it so you won't get too much on there. Using it all just on its own can overtone. So please watch that. I've seen that happen in a lot of blondes, because blondes have this idea of, I'm going to keep it as silver as I possibly can. And then they come in and then they have this violet cast to their hair. So please note, use it diluted to begin with, and then as it gets towards the end of their visit, then you can then go to basically using it just on its own. That's my little side tip. You don't have to listen to that, but I would just suggest that because I've seen it go, because it is strong. And I've seen sort of like overtoning a lot. So that's the easiest way to avoid that. The Conquer Blonde Mask. Now, the reason we've called this a mask rather than a conditioner or a treatment or anything is ultimately this is something that is quite concentrated, and it has, again, a lot of kick to it. It is more nourishing than a conditioner, but not as much as a treatment. So it sits somewhere in between. So it's super nourishing on hair, but it's not crazily heavy. So it can be used on a very regular basis. Again, it will remove sort of like, you know, those unwanted slightly yellow tones and that pigment through the hair. Violet is the underlying pigment in this particular product. So that's what's really driving it. Our signature oil blend is in there. The longer you leave it on, the longer the deposit of color will actually go. So if you wanted to actually get a little bit more out of it, you could shampoo the hair with Detox, do your Conquer shampoo, and then you could towel dry the hair, put this on, combing it through, leave it on like 5 to 10 minutes, and it will almost have like a depositing effect, like a toner. So it's a cheats way of almost doing a little bit of a toner, especially if sort of like clients are sort of like in a time crunch and you don't have the time. 5 minutes on, you're going to get a longer deposit, or they can sit in the shower with this on. This is something that they can almost do at home and just pop up there, like we'll just pop everything through, help to cleanse the hair, make it look a lot brighter and cleaner. But again, please note that it can you can overuse it. So it might be something that they only use once a week. They might use it like watered down with their regular conditioner as well. So this is again, violet pigment. So this is, I can't stress this enough. The violet pigment in there is quite strong. You look at it when you squeeze it out and it does an amazing job. So again, this is another product that you can use as a cheats way at the basin to actually do a quick toner, or if you just want that little kiss of tone on the hair, it will actually do that without overtoning the hair whatsoever. Another thing with all of our products, you will find that like the Conquer Blondes, all of our shampoos in our wet range are all available in the mini size. They're all available in our retail size, and they're all available in back bar size as well. So our retail size is 350. Our treatments come in 250 mils, and back bar is 1 litre. And our travel sizes are 50 mils. So there's something, you know, people can test, people can try by having all of these travel sizes as well, or our minis that they're able to get in Salon as well. And also, all of our minis, the lids can be screwed off and you can actually reuse the bottle every time you travel from there. 7-Day Miracle. This is 7-Day Miracle is basically what we talk about. 7-Day is that ultimately you can use it every day of the week if you want to, or you can use it just once a week. But ultimately, it's a super rich, super nourishing moisture mask for the hair. This is the product which is just moisture. So it's not going to help to strengthen or rebuild the hair. It is going to make the hair feel soft, make the hair super shiny. It is going to put moisture into the hair. So this is for the client, I tend to think, that has, you know, reasonably good conditioned hair that wants it to be even better. Shampoo, put this on. You do not, and then once you rinse it off, you don't need to condition after. So this is something that can be used as your conditioner, and there's no need to use another conditioner after, like a lot of treatments. Again, our signature oil blend, sweet almond oil, you can see the products in here are all about nourishment. So this is going to be great for curly hair, because what it's going to do is make sure that through the ends, what you're doing is putting that nourishment in there so they're not breaking and they're not brittle, they're not dry. So this is all about putting nourishment into hair. This is also a great product that you can actually put into curly hair and use as a leave-in. It will actually have like a nourishing and like a softening effect to the hair, and it won't dry crunchy or anything like that, but it will actually be like almost like a leave-in treatment for the hair that can be, you know, great for the beach, great for, you know, pool days and things like that, because it will help to nourish and work brilliantly on curls. If you want to do a little bit more with it, a hot towel over the top of it can actually work an absolute treat. or wrap it in plastic, depending on how you do your treatments. But I always find this is a great one. Comb it through, a hot towel over the top, and bang, you've got sort of like an extra treatment, which really is a feel good for clients, but it's super easy for us to actually do as well. Again, super, super nourishing, can be used for sort of like drier hair, can be used as a conditioner if you want something even more rich. Then we're going to move on to Power Base. This is a combination of protein and moisture. So the protein comes from rice, which means that you're actually strengthening the hair as well as nourishing the hair. So this is the product that I'd be using on my blondes. This is the product that I'm going to be using onto people that need more strength, need more nourishment in their hair, and that the hair feels like, you know, oh, it doesn't need to feel softer, but it needs to feel stronger. That's what the Power Base is going to do. It's 60 protein, 40 moisture. So it's not going to have that drying effect. A lot of people have been very scared to use protein on the hair because they think it's drying, the hair's going to snap, the hair's going to break. Ours has been designed so you're going to get your protein in there, but you've also got a nourishment base in there as well. So it's not going to make the hair feel brittle or dry after using. I would always suggest after you rinse this off, do a conditioner over the top, because it's literally just going to help to layer in the product. It's going to lock that product in the hair if you actually condition afterwards. And most people have in their mind that you should always condition after protein. Is it necessary? No, but I always suggest it. I just think it's a nice way to sort of like work with people as another sort of like not only an add-on sale, but by layering another bit of moisture over the hair, you've locked your protein in. You still have your moisture in there, but then another layer of moisture over the top is going to make the hair feel even nicer. Ultimately, I think if you can leave this on for longer, you will get more results from it, because you're allowing the protein to really penetrate and get into the hair. But with this, your apricot kernel oil and your shea butter are ultimately nourishing, but your rice protein is what's doing the hard stuff. It's what's doing all the work on the hair. And you can see with this product that's like, to me, after clients are using this a few times, you will start to notice a big difference in the condition of the hair, that there's more strength to the hair, that you're actually able to do more. Like even like a lot of times I look at hair and people are combing it, and the way they comb it, the ends are sort of like, you know, they're stretching and doing all of this. Is going to allow you to do all of that. This is a great product to use before, you know, if somebody's going to be, you know, they're going to have perms and things like that, building up the strength by using, you know, your Power Base beforehand for the, like, you know, the month before or so, will really make a big difference to the end result to their hair from there. Guys, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask and send them through, because I can answer those while we're on here. This is a really short session today, because our retailers are like quite simple and precise. We don't have lots in it. We keep it as simple as possible. And what we try and do is keep it like very effective to what we need. Same as our color. With our color, we sort of like have ranges that really do what they say they're going to do, but don't keep a lot on them. Thing I always like to talk about, I'm not sure if you're all part, and I know Rebecca had asked about this, the holistic hair tribe. So note that if somebody is using sort of like, or something that you don't stock in Salon, being part of the holistic hair tribe, you can go on and clients can actually try different products, even if you're not stocking them. So that's something that I think it opens up not only O&M but OWAY to all of these people. And sometimes you may not have, you know, the full range, so it means that there are differences that they can try. Even with our some of the retailing that we're going to go into on Monday, I talk about, you know, our shines and our sprays and things like that. So sometimes you may prefer like shine drops rather than a spray, but if a client likes a spray more, they can actually get that through there, and it just keeps you in the loop. And that way you're introducing lots and lots more products to them, which to me is just, you know, ultimately doing your business good, because it's allowing more people to try different things, and they're respecting you because you're introducing a lot of those things to them. Again, one of the things I always like to talk about, and please remember, use our hashtags, use our Instagrams, because these are key things that's like will keep you in the family and keep everything working forward and together so that we're all kept on the same page from there. Something I was asked about earlier were the shine shot treatments. Now, these are actually something that sit in our styling family rather than our treatments. Now, the reason we do that is because with these particular products, we consider these more as an aid in styling the hair more so than actually the treatment side, because this is something that's used post color and can actually be done at the chair as well. So it's not necessarily having to be done at the basin. So we have the two different shots in our tribe or our group. We have volume and shine, and we have smooth and shine. So with our volume and shine, this actually stays in the hair. With our smooth and shine, this actually gets rinsed out. So volume is all about being designed to give a lot of volume to the hair, and it's quite amazing. You're sprinkling it through the hair and you think, oh, okay, what's it going to do? When you actually start to blow dry it and put a round brush through the hair or even an iron through the hair, what you will find is it actually almost springs up, because what you've got is this sort of like amazing amount of collagen in the product. So which is a natural collagen that helps to plump the hair. So you're giving volume to hair. So ultimately, this is a leave-in product. I've seen it, and we do it a lot in the Academy in New York. We don't actually have to put any other styling products in there. You can actually use this on its own as a leave-in styling aid and just blow dry directly from there without any of our other products as well. So to me, this is an absolute key when you want somebody that doesn't want their hair weighed down or says, I don't like products in my hair. The volume and shine shot is a leave-in and it is a styling aid as well. So it's like a two-in-one. Smooth and shine does need to be rinsed out. Because of the oils in this, it is sort of like a slightly heavier product. So it's designed to really smooth the hair down. We don't have a smoothing product as such. So that's why this, to me, fits in the category of smoothing. So you're actually rinsing it out because of the weight of the product. If you rinse it out, then you're smoothing the hair through. It is going to not weigh the hair down, but it is certainly going to be locking moisture in and pushing moisture out. So it's almost like an anti-humectant again. But with the oils that we actually use in there, the macadamia oil really like is super, super smoothing on the hair. And what it will do is help just like smooth down the cuticle, any sort of like roughed up hair or sections of hair. It helps to smooth it down beautifully. And the great thing with this, if you actually iron afterwards, it almost has like a double effect on the hair as well. But again, the smooth has to be rinsed out because of the weight of the product. If you don't rinse it out, I think it can look a little bit heavy on the hair and not really have the prettiest effect. So, rinse it out and then you will get the most amazing finish on the hair. And the smell of them is really, really beautiful too. So for me, it is one of our absolute hero products in our range, and it's just new. So please, give them a go. If you haven't played with them yet, remember we have volume and smooth. Volume stays in, smooth gets rinsed out. But you don't need to use a conditioner after you actually rinse the smooth out. You can rinse out and then just style it directly from there. So you don't need to add anything else to the hair. Any questions, guys? I heard something ding, but I didn't hear any questions or see any questions. No? Okay, well, that makes... So Rebecca is coming in to help me with all of this because I can't actually see any of the questions. Do you like the leave-in mask or this? Okay, for me, I think depending on what you're doing, I think remember that our shots are in salon only, so they're not something that you can actually give a client to take home. So as a take home, they'd definitely be looking at our 7-day, but if they're actually in salon, I would recommend the shots 100%. Now I have a question from Kelly. Curly, dry, thick, coarse hair. Mention Hydrate and Conquer, creates greasy buildup. Okay, so I would definitely say that she needs to start off with using the Detox. And what she might find is that she needs to use Maintain as a shampoo and then move actually to the Hydrate as the conditioner. Maybe she's getting too much if she's using both of them, because it is going to feel too heavy. So I would definitely look at using Maintain and Hydrate to condition rather than using the Hydrate for shampoo and conditioner. I think this is going to make 100% difference. I 7-day after a color, you can definitely use 7-day after a color service, depending on what the condition of the hair is like. And if they want sort of like that treatment side of it, I tend to find that with 7-day, it is something that is going to make the hair feel beautiful. So this is more something that if the hair needs a little bit more love on the ends, that's what I would use. Depending on the sort of, if they're having a bigger blowout, I would tend not to do that. I would tend to do it if they're having sort of like just a basic blowout. But I think if you're wanting that big volume blowout that's going to last for days and days, I would probably steer clear of 7-day because of the nourishing factor. They might find it doesn't last as long. Now, I've got another question here. The plastic is so hard on the bottles and the containers. Okay, so I 100% respect that. Please note that it is something that we are looking into, but the hard part with packaging is keeping the products in there safe, being able to last, being able to, withstand a long lifespan as well, because we do have to have things that will last a year to two. But also the key is also that they are going to be unable to be affected by light and or travel. But it is definitely something that we are looking at, and we do have good news coming up at the end of the year. So styling products are going to be covered on Monday at 2 o'clock. I am going to look after all and discuss all of our styling products. Today was all about our wet range, so our shampoos, our conditioners, and our treatments. I think the fine hair shots, this is from Anne, can be used on a very regular basis. If you've got a client that's coming in for a weekly blowout, they are bloody brilliant. So yes, I 100% would recommend those. And Power Base after a perm, 100%. Felicia, I would always recommend doing something like this because it's going to lock the texture of the hair in. But after you put this on as a treatment, put a conditioner on over. So rinse the treatment off, put the conditioner on for a couple of minutes, and it will be absolutely amazing. And this is from Stephanie. I love sealed products with no returns from clients. I don't actually know what that means, but if you give me a little bit more information, I would love to help you with sealed products with no returns from clients. Stephanie, any luck? I'm happy to answer anything if I know. Remember, cruelty free. All of our conditioners do have a UV filter in there. And also, because we are a color company, everything we starts off is color. So all of our colors, all of our shampoos and conditioners are 100% color safe. And the UV filter is in all of our conditioners. Our shampoo gets rinsed out, but with the conditioner, that's the final. So that's where we put our UV filter into all of those. All of our products are gluten-free. We don't contain any gluten in there, and we are no animal byproducts either, which is a key because we don't test on animals. We don't buy from people that do test on animals. We like to sort of like really look after our environment as well. And a lot of our products do come from renewable and reusable resources, which is why we do actually have ultimately we don't have products which have a shelf. We have a shelf life of sort of like 2 years or 1 year after they're open, but they can sit on the shelf for a reasonable amount of time. But tell clients to shake them up because it really does make a big difference if products can sometimes settle. So Stephanie, it helps with no spills. Yes, with the way the containers are on the top, they do help. It does stop them from spilling and caps and things like that because you do need to close them. But again, I've got some exciting news coming up later in the year with all of that. Last but not least, again, I just encourage everybody. I know this sounds a bit crazy, but you know, we have been talking about this a lot. And what I want you to understand is that our holistic Hair Tribe partner program is designed to help you and to help me. So it allows you guys to get all the products and to actually have them sent directly to clients as well. So I always find that a brilliant thing with this is that if you don't have a lot of stock on shelf, you can actually, you know, keep everything on your iPad. Clients can actually look through that. And I know that at the moment, clients are very concerned about buying things that have been sitting in a salon or that, you know, that are out in the environment or whatever it might. Some people have been quite funny, I've noticed lately. So having them sent directly to their home, there's less people touching them. They're delivered in a box. It's delivered directly to them so they can wipe them directly from there. They're not, they know where they've been in many respects. They've come from warehouse straight to us. So to me, that's one of the keys. And if you're not already a member, please join up, because it really does make a big difference, because you're actually taking 35% of every sale that they make. So you're actually getting a kickback straight away. And to me, that is brilliant for buying back bar, for putting it towards any of your sales in Salon for color or anything like that, because to me, anything that I can save there is really doing me an amazing favor. So guys, my email address is wayne@originalmineral.com or wayne@simplyorganicbeauty.com. If you have any questions, I am more than happy to answer any of those for you. We do have on Monday, I will be going through all of our retail. Again, it's a small range. We keep it super, you know, super simple, super clean, super tight. So you're not having a lot of products on the shelf, but everything we have is there for a reason and does a job. So that's the whole key behind everything we do. We keep it simple, but it really does have to work.
Have them register before Monday so that they can take part of it.
Yep. So please just remember, with anything like that, on Monday, you do have to register. So you will get an email through so you can register and hear everything to do with O&M retail. So I will talk about big hair, little hair, smooth hair. Blow drying is what I'm very good at. Color I'm okay at, but blow drying I'm bloody good at. So please don't forget, sign up for Holistic Hair program. So what will ultimately happen in the Holistic Hair Tribe, you will get a details through, and then you will get your special number, which you can send out to any of your clients. And what that then allows them to do is shop through Simply Organic, but basically they're shopping through you, because everything that happens basically goes through you and becomes part of your loyalty program to them and for them. So thank you very much, guys. I am going to sign off now, but I hope to hear and see you on Monday. Thanks a lot, guys.